The world's turned into one big performance. Everyone's acting. The politicians, the influencers, the corporations, even the audience. Everything's fake. The love, the outrage, the empathy. We worship screens, believe algorithms, and call it progress. But the more connected we get, the less human we become. You ever notice how everything around us today feels like it's been manufactured in some invisible digital factory? Not made by people, but assembled, like plastic toys on a conveyor belt. People don't actually live anymore. They just perform. They don't talk. They announce. Every sentence has to sound like a statement. Every moment has to be captured, and every gesture must be shared. Life has become a stage show where everyone's the actor, the director, and the audience at the same time. Nobody's living in reality. They're living in rehearsal for something that doesn't even exist. We used to have experience. Now we have content. The meal you're eating isn't just food. It's an opportunity to prove that you're interesting. The sunset isn't just light on the horizon. It's a background for your self-importance. We've reached a point where nothing is simply what it is. Everything has to be repackaged, filtered, branded, and uploaded before it's considered real. If you didn't record it, it didn't happen. If you didn't post it, it didn't matter. Reality has become a second-hand experience, something we consume instead of live. Look around you. We're surrounded by people pretending to be human. Fake smiles stretched across tired faces, voices trained to sound positive, emotions rehearsed for maximum engagement. Everyone's auditioning for a life they already have. The irony, nobody's buying it. Everyone knows everyone else is faking, yet we all agree to pretend it's real because the illusion feels safer than the truth. It's exhausting to be authentic when the world rewards imitation. We've been taught that to be successful, you have to be marketable. Not talented, not honest, marketable? That's the new religion. You don't need a soul. You need a brand. And the best brands are the fakest ones because they can be reshaped at will. You can be whoever the algorithm wants you to be this week. Compassionate today, controversial tomorrow, spiritual on Sunday, sarcastic by Monday. A new personality for every platform. The human being has become a collection of trending tags. We measure our worth in numbers that mean nothing. Follower counts, likes, shares, digital applause for digital performances. People spend hours curating their identity like a museum exhibit of things they wish were true. Or look how happy I am. Or look how rich I am. Or look how enlightened I am. Meanwhile, their real lives are falling apart in silence, but they can't stop, because if they stop posting, they stop existing. In the modern world, invisibility is death. We live in a time where being real is an act of rebellion. You can't even tell the truth without it being edited, clipped, or canceled. The second you express something genuine, 10 strangers online will tell you why you're wrong, outdated, offensive, or problematic. So people stop being honest and start being calculated. They talk in sound bites, think in slogans, and feel in emojis. Emotions are too messy, too complicated. Better to just copy the trending reaction and call it empathy. Even the outrage is fake. People wake up every morning looking for something to be offended by, like it's breakfast. They scroll until they find a villain, then spend the day pretending to care. But it's all performance, empty drama to fill the void. Tomorrow they'll find a new villain. Nothing changes, nothing heals. Just a never-ending loop of artificial anger and artificial forgiveness. It's the theater of morality. Cheap tickets, bad actors, and no intermission. And what about relationships? They're not connections anymore. They're contracts of convenience. People don't fall in love. They subscribe to each other. They don't talk. They text in fragments. They don't fight. They unfollow. Everything's temporary, disposable, replaceable. The human heart has a cancel button now. You can erase someone from your life with a swipe like deleting a bad photo. That's not progress. That's emotional extinction disguised as efficiency. Even truth itself has become negotiable. Facts used to be facts. Now they're opinions with better lighting. Everyone's got their own truth, their own reality. If you disagree, you're the problem. We've built a society where deception isn't just tolerated, it's rewarded. The more polished your lie, the more successful you become. Honesty doesn't trend. Manipulation does, because honesty doesn't sell ads. Walk into any store, scroll through any feed, watch any show. It's all the same recycled fantasy. Happiness is for sale, and you're just one purchase away from peace of mind. Every commercial promises authenticity while selling you another layer of imitation. Organic, handmade, vintage. Words that used to mean something have been stripped and sterilized for profit. Even rebellion has a price tag now. You can buy anti-establishment t-shirts made by the very corporations you think you're resisting. It's not irony, it's the business model. The worst part is how easily we accept it. We don't question the illusion anymore. We've confused convenience with truth. We think because something's easy, it must be right. The harder path, the one that demands thought, patience, and sincerity, feels outdated. So we choose fake comfort over real discomfort. Fake connection over real solitude. Fake meaning over real confusion. We'd rather scroll through someone else's life than sit alone with our own thoughts. We've become consumers of ourselves. Selling pieces of our identity for validation we don't even believe in. The internet didn't create this. It just made it visible. The hunger for attention, the fear of insignificance, the desperation to belong, it's all ancient. The difference is now we have tools to feed the illusion endlessly. We're no longer humans using machines. We're machines pretending to be human. And while we chase likes and approval, the real world quietly falls apart. Nature burns, people suffer, systems collapse, and our response is to post a heart emoji and move on. We've built a culture that confuses awareness with action. As long as we look concerned, we think we've done enough. But concern without change is just another form of vanity. There's a sickness running through everything, and it's not technological, it's spiritual. The emptiness we feel can't be filled by pixels or possessions, but we keep trying anyway. We chase stimulation instead of satisfaction. We confuse noise for meaning, motion for progress, imitation for identity. Everything around us is louder, brighter, faster, but none of it is real. Somewhere along the way, we stopped being people and became products. Not because anyone forced us, but because it was easier than being honest. Because the truth is messy, complicated, uncomfortable, and fake is simple. Fake smiles never hurt. Fake love never breaks. Fake success never asks for sacrifice. And that's why everything is fake, because we made it that way. We used to worship gods because we feared the unknown. We built temples, burned incense, prayed for rain, and begged for meaning. Then we replaced gods with money, because at least money listened when you asked for something. But now, even money isn't sacred anymore. The new god is attention. The currency of this age isn't gold or power, it's eyeballs. The people who control what you see control what you believe, and what you believe defines who you are. The world runs not on truth, not on justice, but on visibility. If you're seen, you exist. If you're ignored, you're gone. The high priests of this new religion are influencers. They stand on glowing altars made of pixels, preaching sermons in 30-second clips. Their commandments are simple. Look perfect, sound humble, sell constantly. They don't talk about life, they market lifestyles. They tell you how to think, what to want, and who to envy. Their gospel is filtered, their holiness sponsored. And you? You're their congregation, paying with your time, your clicks, your attention, your devotion. We scroll through our feeds like pilgrims walking through a digital shrine. We stop at the altars of celebrities, kneel before their carefully edited lives, and whisper prayers for a fraction of their validation. And notice me, we say, with our posts, our comments, our perfectly timed selfies. See me, make me matter. Because in this new faith, existence depends on recognition. You're not real until someone else confirms you are. Politicians have joined the clergy too. They don't lead anymore, they perform. Their speeches are written not for meaning, but for means. Every gesture, every smile, every pause is tested and optimized for maximum shareability. They don't need to tell the truth. They just need to trend. The camera has replaced the conscience. They sell promises like soap, each one wrapped in bright slogans and patriotic jingles. And the crowd buys it every time, because people don't want leaders anymore. They want entertainers. Corporations have mastered this religion of illusion better than anyone. They fake compassion, fake activism, fake humanity. One day they sell fast food. The next day they sell morality. They change colors faster than a chameleon on a billboard. We care, they say, while exploiting workers. We stand for justice, they say, while funding chaos. The mask of virtue never slips because it's made of money, and money doesn't blush. News channels, once guardians of truth, have become carnival barkers for chaos. They don't report, they provoke. Fear sells better than facts, and outrage is easier to produce than understanding. Every headline is designed to make you click, not think. They dress up lies as a breaking news and opinions as analysis. They divide you, confuse you, feed you just enough fear to keep you coming back for more. Truth isn't profitable, but panic. Panic is a gold mine. The people aren't innocent either. We play along. We act outraged when it's fashionable, compassionate when it's convenient. We join causes we don't understand, share slogans we don't mean, and feel good for 5 minutes before moving on. It's not about changing anything. It's about appearing like we care. We mistake noise for change and hashtags for heroism. The system doesn't have to censor us because we censor ourselves, drowning in a sea of performance. Even spirituality has become a brand. You can buy enlightenment now. Comes with free shipping and a discount code. Meditation apps, crystal kits, online gurus selling peace of mind like it's a subscription service. The ancient quest for truth has been replaced by mood lighting and mantras for sale. It's not about awakening, it's about aesthetics. Being a spiritual today means looking calm on camera while your soul quietly decays off screen. We've built a civilization of simulation. Reality is too rough, too unpredictable, so we soften it with filters. We edit out wrinkles, delete discomfort, replace reflection with distraction. Our lives have become edited reels of moments that never truly happened. The mess, the pain, the silence, those parts are cut out because they don't fit the narrative. We're curating our existence like it's a movie trailer for a life we're too afraid to live. And in this grand illusion, truth has become a dangerous thing. It doesn't entertain, it doesn't flatter, it doesn't trend. When someone speaks honestly, they sound out of place. Too raw for the shiny surface of this world. The truth gets labeled as negativity, cynicism, even hate. Because when everything is fake, honesty feels like an attack. People don't want reality, they want comfort. They don't want to wake up, they want better dreams. We pretend to be informed, but we're just updated. We don't learn, we skim, we don't think, we react. The system feeds us carefully measured doses of outrage to keep us scrolling. Every click, every comment, every moment of attention fuels a machine designed not to enlighten you, but to exhaust you. The more distracted you are, the easier you are to control. The illusion isn't meant to deceive you, it's meant to drain you. Everything is designed to look meaningful but feel empty. The shows we watch, the music we stream, the conversations we have, they all promise connection but deliver consumption. Even our dreams are sponsored. We chase lifestyles instead of lives. We follow trends like lost sheep, hoping they'll lead us somewhere real. But they never do. They loop back into the same maze of distraction, the same screen, the same fake comfort. We live in a time when authenticity is an endangered species. People wear honesty like an accessory, just enough to appear genuine, not enough to risk rejection. We've become experts at pretending, professionals at projection. Our biggest fear isn't failure or death. It's irrelevance. We'll do anything to stay visible, even if it means erasing who we really are. The most frightening part is how normal it's become. Nobody even questions the illusion anymore. We don't ask why the same handful of companies own everything we see, think, and desire. We don't ask why our opinions sound suspiciously identical to the ones we scroll past. We don't ask why real conversations feel impossible, why silence feels unbearable. We've accepted the fake world as the only world. Every click is a confession, every share an act of worship. We're kneeling before the screens, hands raised to the glowing light, waiting for salvation that never comes. The illusion gives us dopamine instead of wisdom, comfort instead of clarity. We've traded truth for convenience, depth for speed, substance for spectacle. There was a time when people wanted to know what was real. Now they just want to know what's trending. The modern world doesn't demand believers, it demands participants. As long as you keep watching, liking, and buying, the illusion stays alive. The machine doesn't care if you love it or hate it. It just wants your eyes, your time, your soul dressed up as attention. And it gets it every single day.